Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back in my inexpensive, it's a planner cover off of Amazon with a Studio Calico undated planner in it. And so I've cut it down to fit. It didn't quite fit, so there we go. I did not get last week done because I wasn't feeling good. So I thought I would spend today with you guys doing last week and this week, if that makes sense. I carried this with me. We had to go up to Austin last Tuesday, and even though I could barely walk, literally. So, yeah, I didn't. Matter of fact, I got ready looking for all my planners this morning, and I went over and it was still packed in my bag with my Bible study. I just slept the whole week. I'm not gonna lie, I was just out cold. So, yeah, I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna be honest. That's exactly how it went. We were sick little pups, and that's just it. So, all right, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I like that planner. I mean, I barely started to use it, so I have to be honest. We're still learning. So, okay, let's get going here. I'm using the DEK September subscription kit, and it is very beautiful. It is my last subscription kit. It was great when I was on their design team as well as their PR team, and I could get all these wonderful blessings for a little bit less money, but now I'm having to foot the bill, and I just have to be wise about that. So, anyways, it's all good. It's all good. So I am taking these particular stickers and just making them work how they will work best for me. So I discovered I can take them and go straight up and then just trim the top. And then they fit nicely, and I don't lose any of the writing on the sticker, but it actually works perfect. So yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys are having a nice day. Today is Monday. I've done a lot of filming this morning, just trying to get caught back up and then moved ahead. And I am so sorry that last week I was so out of it, but I have never been so thankful to have a whole bunch of videos in the vault that I, pardon me, could just put up for you guys. Um, it just was what it was last week. It was not pretty. So, matter of fact, I am still in my little capri pants, and I need to go get a shower for today. But I've got my bright orange. What was that guy's name? Emmett on the Lego Movie. I feel like I look like Emmett when I have this shirt on. Probably, I don't know why, that's not true, but I don't know. I just always kind of feel like, I feel like just I'm in a construction zone. So anyways, all right. So I'm going to trim off the tops first, and then I will come back and I will put on the dates, and we will go from there. So I hope you guys had a nice weekend. Ours was a lot of rest, and trying to get caught back up on some things. Doesn't matter when you get sick, you just always seem to be behind. And we were already behind. So, but I shared in another video, I feel like we're getting some headway in the house. I'm starting to feel like I'm seeing lights in the tunnel, and I was sharing earlier, I was showing my husband, all that I had kind of gotten done yesterday. Well, they ran around, and because he had to go run some errands, and our daughter went with him in South Austin, and through, some other small towns in between. And anyways, and he just kept saying, well, where did it all go? Well, where did it all go? Well, where did it all go? And I said, well, most of it got put away. And then my sister and I were kind of, laughing back and forth, and because we have been what's the word? You declutter. And she started laughing, and she goes, where is it? And I said, oh, the trash can's pretty full and the chickens are eating pretty well. And she was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, there were things I gave our youngest daughter in charge of the last, 2, 3 years, and she did a great job. But there's just some things that I wanted to do differently. And my husband and youngest tend to buy lots of cereal together. And then they eat like 1 or 2 bowls off of it. And then it sits. And then they want new cereal. And so our chickens are definitely full of, and they don't buy like, the healthy cereal. Yes. I will admit there was one cereal I bought and it was trash. It was the local grocery store version of Lucky Charms. And yeah, no, that was something that we ate a lot in the early days of the pandemic. I don't know why. We did. And then it used to be my all-time favorite cereal. And now I don't care if I ever eat another bowl for the rest of my life. So, but I did set up some Cheerios and different cereal containers, and they're where everybody can reach them. And yeah, so I feel like, I mean, I didn't just, leave them cold turkey, but definitely our chickens are very sugared up. Let's just say it that way. So yes. So I'm going to put this on Saturday and Sunday. I did do a little bit of computer work by the time we got there. I was just one sick pup, and that was it. We were not ourselves at all. And we did go up to Austin on Tuesday. And yes, let me see here. And I do want to put something decorative on here. Let me see. Let me see if I can go up the side here with this. I don't know. Wait a minute. Oh, I'll wait on that one. I'll wait on that one. So, I'm going to put this girl down because I feel like this is all we did. We just hung out in our jammies and, yeah, tried to feel better, We were just trying to get better. And bless my poor husband's heart, I knew we had no business going to Austin on Tuesday. And no, we have to go. We got there 2 hours later. We were driving home. And he couldn't quite just get in the car and go home. He just could not. And I was just like, get in the car. Just get in the car. Just get in the car. And I needed to go to the ladies' room and I'd be like, just get in the car. Just get in the car. Let's go home now. Let's go home. And he felt so badly. And we were just sad looking people. That's all I could say. Oh, goodness. So, all right. And I did do some organization on Sunday. I moved and set up all of my homesteading books and got them all on one place in the kitchen. And my husband was like, that is really nice. And I said, well, good. I also got a new lamp, a little bitty, like tart diffuser, wax diffuser that I only use essential oils in. I don't put anything in it. I just use the lamps. They're so pretty. I will put some in it more we get close, but not right now. I do not think that neither he nor I could have withstood the smell of anything this last little bit of time. We were just like, no. So we were not very nice people about that. And yeah. So, but I had shared earlier, we do know the difference now between, I guess what you would say, food poisoning and a stomach bug. Our eldest daughter tried to, tell me it was this, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I'll stop you now. Doctor's office said, nope, there is a difference. And yes, we know the difference now. So anyways, we are not fans of, and there is a line in movie, and guys, I quote movies sometimes because we have VidAngel, so we can watch movies that we can cut out the action, the gratuitous action, fighting, and then also any kind of bad words or anything like that. We can trim it out. We can cut out whole scenes if they're inappropriate, things like that. So if I quote a movie and you go, well, you shouldn't be watching that movie as a Christian, well, that's how we're able to watch it. We use VidAngel and we run it through. And then we've also used things like curse-free TV, just, different things that we've had available over the years that we made sure that we had, especially with our children. But there was this movie called Reds, I think was the movie. Anyways, and my husband had quoted it to me as we were so ill. And he quoted, if we don't cook it, we don't eat it. And I was just like, I feel that way. I'm sure you can get sick from pizza and things like that when you're out, but I just feel like, yeah, no, I'm not worried about pizza. I mean, it's bread and cheese. But I mean, I say that and I need to be really careful because I know it can be horrible. But anyways, so I kind of told my husband, I said, there's a reason why these last many years I've been cooking 100% of our food. He was like, yep, that's it. Okay, so that was last week. Now let's go to this week. So anyways, but he cracked me up when he quoted that. And I was just like, that just means more work for me. He just was like, hey, I told him, I said, I understand. I gotcha. We're good. It's all good. But, and I remember in the pandemic, he would always be saying, like, I want to go out to eat like normal people. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then, after this, no. Anyways, but I've been trying to be very careful. And then I spent, the one thing I did do when we went up to Austin on Tuesday, which nearly killed me, I walked into a very small Korean grocery store that I know very, very well. And I picked up, the fixings to make bulgogi. And I don't know if you know what bulgogi is. It's just kind of a Korean barbecue beef type. I think it says barbecue on it. I don't know why they get barbecue, but anyways. We had an international exchange student who lived with us from Korea, and she taught us how to make it. And so we had bulgogi and rice. And I mean, I had marinated it for a long time and then cooked the rice. And then as I got ready to take up the food, my husband said, okay, that's it. We're going to go out and work out on the mini house to my youngest daughter. And I was so mad. I even had an appetizer that I had made wrapped in sesame leaves and so I was not happy with him. So, but tonight he and I will have those leftovers, and then our daughter will have. Last night I took what was left of that appetizer and made a kind of a shepherd's pie with it. It ended up being very salty. I still wasn't feeling great, and I forgot. I salted it, and then I turned around, and then I put Bragg's amino acid or aminos on it, and it was just like, ooh. When I first took the first bite, I was like, ooh, that is salty. And when my husband ate it, he was like, oh, that's too salty, honey. And I said, well, you're supposed to eat it with the bulgogi. It's to cut the sweet. And then I thought, yeah, right. So anyways, I wanted to see if these would fit. And I don't know. It may not fit. But I'm just going to take it off. This one was not cut well. Did not cut all the way through. So, but it was yummy, and I was thankful. And I'm thankful that we have it for tonight. And yeah. So, and our daughter will have the leftover kind of shepherd's pie. And I never make shepherd's pie. My mother always made it. And my oldest daughter just loved it. It was one of her favorite things when she'd go stay with her Nana and Papa. And I used to just think, ugh, who wants that? And then now I get it. You know, it tastes like my mom, something that, and all mom was doing was using up her leftovers. I mean, my granddaughter, my daughter didn't know that, at the time. But anyway, so I think that's all I'm going to do. I think I'll put a little sticker there, and that'll kind of complete that section. But so anyways, that ended up being what I was doing with it, and I ended up serving us basically shepherd's pie, and it was really good. And yeah. All right. I love those flowers. I think I'm going to go there with that. My here we go. My I'm going to put this down for computer work. It's usually on Saturday and Sunday. I think I'm going to come down here with it because church is Sunday. Our pastor has had such a great sermon series right now, and we watch it from home while we've been so sick, and we've continued to watch all through the summer. We watched from home because we've been so sick, and I don't regret that. I think that it's a different type of studying that takes place. I take copious notes. It's caused my husband to take notes. What's interesting to me is that I'm going to put this down for both of these. When we first started visiting there, it felt like we were the only people in the service taking notes. And maybe it was, maybe that was the situation. But I had noticed that the pastor had noticed we take notes, and because we've been just visiting. And so I now notice that he'll say, if you're taking notes today. So I love that. I mean, that's such a blessing. And there's not a teacher alive who doesn't love people who take notes, because when you work that hard to prepare something, and we appreciate the pastor. He's an interim pastor. He gives you a lot to think about. It was interesting this the week before, and it may have been just because my husband didn't feel well, but he disagreed with something that the pastor said. It was 2 weeks before, and last week we were sick. And I thought, my daughter was like, we need to go in the church, and I said, no. I said, because if he disagrees with him, he will call him out on it. And I don't want to do that. And he's just an interim pastor. I don't, and he's a very godly man who studies the word. And, my husband's just a very bright man. And, he disagreed with something that he taught. And there was nothing major. It was just something that had bothered my husband. And I understood why it bothered him. I'll just leave it there. But sure enough, yesterday was all about the husband's role. I know. Can you believe it? The week before it was for the wives. It was in 2 Peter. I was just like, oh no. Oh no. And so anyways, I didn't even make eye contact with my daughter. I would not look at her for the whole thing. So I just, and it was so good. It was such a good lesson, and I just really appreciated it. And the pastor was like, you cannot, wives give him the elbow, jab him. So it was all good. It was all good. And I did not jab my husband once. Never even spoke about the service at all to my husband. I listened and took copious notes, and that's all I did. I did my normal Sunday morning note taking, and it was really a good service. And there was a lot, because he's so good. He goes back and he talks about the previous week's lesson before you even get into that current week's lesson. So, I had nothing to say because, that was all here, the white part. Oh, goodness gracious. It was lovely, and I appreciated it. And so, I'm going to put that there. It was just enough to make me laugh. You know what I mean? Just enough to go, oh, he told you, for me, he told me. So anyways, that's kind of a thing we say here. My parents were TCU Horned Frogs. And so we'll say, he told you, like toad, but told. Anyways, that's just a line that we say a lot, you know. So anyways, and yes, he told me. So anyways, all right, I am super happy with that. I'm going to go back and put the dates. And I think I'm just going to keep working my way through this beautiful little kit. And yeah, and just be so thankful. I think I'm going to put a girl right down here. One of these pretty girls. And yeah, that'll tie back in that green here and there. And I think that's really pretty. All right. So anyways, and you know what I told my daughter? I said, no. I said, we were so weak. I mean, my husband slept. Golly, it was probably, the man never sleeps. And he slept like, 2 or 3 12 and 13-hour nights. And I don't sleep like that. I don't have the ability anymore. And I think that's just my arthritis that, wakes me up. And then I try to be still, not to wake him up, because I am a nice person. I do not wake him up. I do not get up and go to the ladies' room. I do not get up and go get started for the day. I just, I wait. And because my husband is such a light sleeper, but, well, semi-light, I should say. Yeah. And granted, let me be rest assured, my husband kept putting the covers back over his eyes. Yes, he did. So we, but anyway, so, oh, and by the way, we had a winner for our drawing. I've heard from the winner. So congratulations. I will pop that in the mail. Probably tomorrow. I'll send it with my daughter. And I'm going to throw a little extra in with each one of the beautiful lion planners that were sent to us by Lion Planner to give away. And I will give you guys each a little something extra just to say thank you for being a part of the channel. So, yeah. All right. I think that turned out just lovely, don't you? I really like that. I think it's pretty. Okay, friends. So let me grab my little planner here and put everything back. So I wanted to show you that these, I think you guys have seen this. Whoops, where are my other little ones? I don't know what I did with my other little ones. Oh, there they are. I thought I had them in there. There they are. Okay. So these fit in lovely right here. And they just look so pretty in my planner. And then I love putting these just right up here. And even though they're partially used, they're still pretty. They're, they've got that pretty color and everything else. So I couldn't be any happier with it. Yeah. So, all right, friends. I appreciate you guys. Whoa, wait a minute. 25. Oh, I guess we tie into October on the next one. How can we already be that close to October? But we are. Oh, this month flew by. Of course, we have a tax deadline this month, and we still have some things we have to get in for all that. That was last week, and this is this week. So I will go back in and fill in some things. So this is more for memory keeping for me. And I have some pictures I'm going to print and stick in here and there from the grands, and anything special for my husband. And right here, I did a lot less decorative things, so I'll have to think about that. The same thing here. I'll have to see which one I like better. So as far as actual living room to put my pictures in and things. So I use a HP sprocket, and I'll put those in here. I also have the HP, regular size picture printer. So yeah. All right, friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did enjoy using this kit, and I love it against this pretty pink planner. It's so pretty. And yeah, okay, friends. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for stopping by. I so appreciate you guys. And I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Again, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment. Forward this to anybody that it might encourage them. And I will be talking to y'all soon. All right, friends. Thank you for being here to the very end of this video. I love you. Y'all take care. Bye now.